a massive Deadlock update came out, which includes a new character, Mirage. Quickly, we're going to cover Mirage. I don't really know his abilities too well, but I'll show you them here real quick. So we got like a tornado, which stuns people, fire scarabs, which just launch stuff at them and kind of heal you and do some spirit damage. Jin's Mark is a passive, but also has an active to do spirit damage on the spot, and Traveler is basically his ult, which just sends you anywhere that you could see an enemy or a friendly on the map. There are also some other just general gameplay improvements. So we have the side lanes are going to be a little further out from the mid lanes. There's a soul generator in spawn, so if you're running low on a soul to get an item, you can just shoot that a few times, get 10 souls per shot. Lanes will always be 1, 2, 2, 1 now, and the Rejuvenator has a little bit more buffs. They also changed the way the builds work, so now you're going to see what people are using more frequently as of right now, not like a while ago, and now you can also see which ones have been updated in the last 30 days. But of course, I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description because this is just going to be a quick rundown. On to the hero changes, which was a hot take in my last patch video because apparently a lot of people hate my opinion. So we have Abrams, who I feel is mostly nerfed. Bebop was balancing, nothing crazy. Dynamo, although it was one change, I feel like it was kind of more on the nerf side. Like 1 meter's not that crazy, but I don't know, don't like it. Grey Talon was a balance more than a buff, it was kind of a half and half. Haze got hella nerfed. Ivy got buffed. I wouldn't say it was a hella buff, but it was a buff. And then Kelvin, even though he was just nerfed, got nerfed again. Onto the other heroes. Lady Geist was a balance. McGinnis was also more of a balance. Mo and Krill was also a balance, nothing crazy. Paradox, I feel like was a slight buff, but more on like the balancing side, nothing too crazy, just making him a little bit more easier to play. Same with Pocket, he was more of a minor buff, nothing crazy. And then 7, I feel like was nerfed, but also balancing, making things like line of sight and stuff. And then Shiv was just a balancing, nothing crazy as far as buff or nerf. Vindicta was a nerf, but honestly I think it was more balancing because Vindicta did a lot of damage and in my opinion was a little overpowered. So I think this is a good change for Vindicta. Viscous was balanced, but Viscous was also changed as far as his icon goes, so now you don't get him and Dynamo confused on the map, which I think is pretty cool. Warden, honestly, like wasn't anything crazy, but I feel like it's a buff because I feel like people are gonna have to run further and stuff now. I don't really know. And then Yamato was a balancing kind of buff situation here. And with an update of this magnitude, you can also always suspect a lot of item change. So here to start, we have our spirit items. There was kind of like a good mix between nerfs and buffs. You could pause it here if you want to read them all, but I'm not going to read them to you guys. I mean, that's kind of dumb in my opinion. I believe you guys can read. If I can do it, you can. On to our weapon items. Same thing, mostly like just a nice half and half blend of nerfs and buffs when it comes to them, but same deal. Pause it if you want to read it. I'm not going to read it to you. And then vitality items, yet again, I know I sound like a broken record, it's just the same thing. Half buffs, half nerfs. It's nothing crazy. Then we got some minor changes to the map, such as movement of ropes to different areas. Now we have a little catwalk where we can see the urn on both sides of the maps, and they added some more corridors for us to move through. The most important change to the map is the lane change, which you can see here. Previously it was kind of more indented, like towards the mid lane, but now it feeds out a lot further. So it's going to cause for the mid or the far lane to have a longer rotate time to either lane. So just keep that in mind. Now the coolest thing from this whole patch is the frog. So basically, if you haven't seen the patch yet, the frog is like if there's a hacker in your lobby, you now have the option to vote to ban them right away or turn them into a frog like you see here, where they will play the duration of the game as a frog and then get banned afterwards. They also posted a meme in the patch notes about the frog vote, and I just thought it was too good to not add to the video. Another small part of the patch notes was a custom lobbies or private lobby section, which honestly I'm kind of excited for. I feel like it's a small step towards the tournament slash competition slash potential esport in the game, which you guys I'm really pushing for, so love to see that. We also have casters from Warzone and Apex saying they would love to cover Deadlock, as well as Nouns Esports picking up their very own Deadlock team. Even though they're not on a salary or anything, I think this is a great step in the right direction. And then lastly, if any of you guys are interested, I'm not partnered with them, but I saw on Twitter that Boom TV was doing a first Deadlock Proving Grounds tournament, $500 cash prize, open team signups. You can go look at their Twitter for more info. But hey, who knows? Maybe you might be the next big Deadlock player, the tens of Deadlock. I don't really know. But I really hope you enjoyed my subpar, super fast patch video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!